In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to UV map this cube right here. Sorry, this wall section, whatever it is. So this is composed of 3 pieces, and I forgot to put that back over there. Hang on. I must be in some sort of weird snap mode. Hang on for just a second. Pull that out there. Oh, still not letting me. Let's try again. Okay, so let's go ahead and figure out how to UV map this wall section right here. Let me delete that one. So you might want to, if you have anything else going on, you might want to isolate it. It does make it a little easier to do what we're about to do. I got all sorts of junk over here, and that's because I was kind of building it just to kind of show you guys. But essentially what we need to do is we need to take this piece, and this piece, all 3 of those. We need to send them together. So to get this little panel out, you click on this button, and this is the outliner. And basically we need to, I'll go ahead and call this, rename this one. How do you rename it? I don't remember how to rename it. Oh, you shift click, is that right? Or shift double click? I don't know. Alright, maybe you can do it over here, whatever. So you, I'm going to name this one wall section. And then I'm going to take this piece and this piece by holding down control. I selected both. And I'm going to middle click with my mouse to the wall section. So this is what I get. It all becomes kind of joined together. Now if you move it, it'll move like this, whereas if before it would have like moved one piece at a time. It would have been, well, you've probably seen it because you probably tried to move it at some point. It would have moved like this. Wait, actually that's not bad. I don't know why it's doing that, but if you rotate it, you can see that happens. Whereas once you've done this and you rotate it, I guess I'm wrong. Oh, I guess I missed. This one has to go in there too. Okay. Now, if I rotate wall section, you'll see it rotates the whole thing. Now that we've done that, you are going to want to UV map it. And if we go into UV editor, oh, actually, you know what? One other thing. This little piece right here, which you can select. I guess you can't select it by itself. If you go into face mode and you double click down here, it will select that entire thing. Let's isolate it. And then go ahead and delete, what's that? Go ahead and delete these faces right here. I'm going to use a camera-based selection so that it only selects the ones that I can see. Let's try again. Oops. I don't like how it's selecting stuff that I cannot see right now. And I'd already deleted the back, so that's why that's happening. So that's fine. Okay, let's take a look now if we deselect it. Alright. And the only reason that we would want to do that is because you're not going to see those. So it does save a lot of faces to just get rid of those. You're not going to see them because we're going to put either 2 walls next to each other, or we're going to put a wall section in between them. So now to UV map this, we're going to go ahead and go into UV editor. And let's go ahead and UV, on this object, we're going to UV planar it. And we're going to do it from the z-axis, as you can see right down there. But you have to do whatever axis it's facing. It might be the x, but you should get something like this. Okay, now that I've done that, same thing as before. You want to snip all of these 4 corners. And then because it's kind of long, I'm probably just going to select this entire edge right here. I'm just double clicking, and then there's one in there. Let me isolate it. Oops. That didn't work. What did I do? There we go. This edge right here. So I think that's it. Should look like that. Let's cut it. Let's get the UV shells separated, and then unfold these guys. Let's unfold them on the U axis. Nope, let's try the V axis. There we go. That should be good. Also need to unfold it on the other one. Sometimes just an unfold works best. Not in this case. Okay, so the first the U, then the V, and that seems to be doing the trick. Ooh, it's still stretched right here. If I select this face right here, you'll see that it is flat. So this one right here, let's try again, unfold along the U. Okay, there we go. And let's see if we can straighten that. Okay, that's pretty good. Unfold it and then straighten it. And these are all just shift right clicks in case that wasn't clear. And this one, it looks like it's a little bit, actually that looks fine. Cool. Let's go ahead and lay, actually we don't need to lay these out. Well, let's go ahead and do it. Lay them out. And we'll stick these off to the side for now. Okay, now let's isolate this guy. And here we're going to, this actually should be pretty easy, just a UV planer. And on this one, let's do a camera-based planer because we'll just look right at it and that'll be the best way. So get your camera so it's facing right on it and then go to camera-based. Oops, gotta select it first. Cool. And then you could snip the edges and unfold it, but I don't think we really need to. I think that, ooh, that's weird looking. Huh. What if we just leave it? It's a little stretched on the sides. I'm not sure what the best way to handle it. I guess go ahead and let's see what happens if we do one at a time. Yeah, I guess go ahead and do that. Unfold U and then unfold V. That seems to give us the best. Little distortion here on the edges, but I think we're okay. Okay. Let's shrink this and move it off to the side. Okay. Lastly, we have this thing, and because we already grouped everything together, I'm going to have to go back into face mode to select it. This would be a UV cylindrical. But you'll notice the cylinder is facing this way. We need it to face, like wrap around this one. So it doesn't work right now. So if you click on, I always forget how to rotate this guy. I think it's, ooh, which one of these? That little button right there, that little T. You can now go into rotate mode and you can, oops, what did I just do? Let's try that again. Click on the T, and then if you go to not like that, like this. And get it as straight as you can so that it wraps around it. And let's go ahead and take that shell and unfold it, straighten it. Oops. You get this. Let's see how that looks. It's stretched, so just unstretch it so they're squares, which would be something like that. Shrink that guy down. Alright, so this is what you're left with. All of these guys, lay them out. Oops. think it could have done a little bit better job. That's weird. It didn't seem to do the best job. You really want these as big as possible, and particularly you want these two to be the biggest. So, how do I fix that? I guess we have to just kind of manually do it ourselves. Let's take this guy, push it up here, rotate it. I had my snap set to 15, by the way, so that would be a easy rotation. Let's make these guys bigger. Let's get that one as close to the edge as we can. Same thing with this one. We'll have to shrink them a little. And that's pretty much good for this object. Okay, I think that'll do. Let's look at the squares and just make sure they're all relatively the same size on our object. Go to object mode, wall set. Select all three of these. Okay, yeah, they all look about the same size, which is exactly what we're looking for. Cool. So let's go ahead and save this UV map, image UV snapshot. We'll change this to documents. Where did I put it? I know I made a folder. Modular walls. We're going to do T underscore Sci-Fi wall underscore UV, because these are the UVs for the Sci-Fi wall, and it's a texture. Make sure you set the target 4096. Apply and close. We've done it. And now let's go ahead and export this as, for modeling purposes, for texturing, we probably want to select it as an OBJ. For some reason the FBX has not been working for me. So OBJ underscore. Actually, before we do that, we got to combine this sucker. So shift right click, combine, and that all becomes one piece, which is where? There it is, wall section P cube. So it all becomes one. Now we're going to export it as OBJ, just for texturing, as I said, and put it in your modular walls folder. And I'm going to call this one OBJ. What was I saying? Sci-Fi wall. Export. That's it for this one.